Where's Blake at? What's up, what's up, what's up? Who dat? Welcome to another edition of Down South Sports Fanatics. Welcome, everyone. We got a great show for y'all tonight. We're bringing along one of our good friends and a coach, man. He knows the game of football. I want to welcome him first. What's up, Mr. Darren Burns?
What up, fellas?
Hey, what's the word, man?
Oh, yeah. And, of course, the truth himself, the hard truth. What's up, Mr. What your name is? Pancho Gonzalez?
Yeah, what's going on? So who that? And Darren is a returning guest. So this is the second time coming, Darren. Hopefully we can do that a little bit more often.
Of course, we can't leave out the voice himself. The voice, they call him. What's up, Mr. Dave Robin?
What's going on, man? What's the word on the street, man? Nobody found Chris after yesterday or what? We haven't found Knowles yet or what?
We haven't found him yet. No, he talked to me early. He's going to take another week off. He's got some stuff taken care of.
Gotcha, man.
Good. Look, we can't leave out our studio producer, Fatty, who always joins in and out with us, man, giving us the hot takes and everything else.
Back by popular demand.
Yes, popular.
So let's dive into it, man. What a disappointing loss. The blame can go all around. There's so much stuff going on with this team. I mean, people getting arrested now, you know, the screaming on the sideline. It's just teams in turmoil. And I will tell you this right now. Pancho was in there with me. I don't know if Darren was. I've never seen so much booing in the Superdome in so long. It's unreal, man. It was just like all night long. So I want to kind of get Pancho's take on it because he was there. I want to go firsthand with it. What you think, Pancho? What's going on, man?
I mean, we try at the beginning. Don't try to give him, you know, the benefit of the doubt. You know, it's progressively got, you know, 3 and outs, or you drove the ball a little bit down the field, and you can't get past the 20-yard line, so you're kicking field goals that the field goal kicker can't make. But yeah, it progressively boos got worse and worse. Now it did step up, you know, after halftime when I believe Ronald Curry, you know, stepped in and started calling some plays. It looked a little bit better after that, but man, it was a rough go, man. First half was damn near unwatchable, man.
Yeah. Dave, I want to get your take on it, Dave. I know you've been having calls back and stuff, but I think you're kind of seeing it. I don't know if you maybe slightly going a different way now. You know,
I mean, nothing's changed for me. Nothing's changed for me. I mean, you can't make that investment you made in Carr and say, "Hey, we're going to just give up on it." You know, 6 or 7 games in. I mean, I know Saints fans don't want to hear that.
I'm not talking about him being benched, but I'm talking about his play himself. You got to be disappointed.
I mean, the first half was terrible. I mean, I'll be honest with you, and I've been, you know, I know we talked about Carr a lot on here. As far as I've been kind of on the, you know, a little more on the positive end, but it was a terrible first half, man. I mean,
yeah.
I thought whatever happened in the second half, though, I mean, you got to build from that and feed off of it, man. I don't know, like Pancho was saying, maybe it's something to do with Ronald Curry addressing the team, but the offense had more flow. The timing was better. It looked like more of a sense of urgency. In the first half, it just like, you know, it was just moving in slow motion, like you know, just hard to watch. But I mean, one of my biggest arguments too is like just not letting Taysom Hill touch the ball enough. I mean, this is his first touchdown, Game 7. I mean, we saw what he could do. He kind of kept you in that game at times to me. I mean, but I just think the play calling still is a work in progress. I thought the O-line played a little bit better, though. I will say that, slightly better.
So Darren, also too, with you being a coach, I also want to talk about the screaming, the tyrant that Call was doing on the sideline with the players screaming at the players, yelling. You as a coach, You're around the team atmosphere a lot, more than we are. What's your take on that?
Well, nobody's happy with Pete Carmichael. That's my inside sauce. Listen, nobody is happy with him. So we need to let Coach RC get some calling in, man. The offensive line played a little bit better, but I mean, we still was missing 2 of our tackles. But listen, that's unnecessary. They're professionals. All of that running and ranting, that ain't gonna get nobody anywhere.
Yeah. While you're there, Darren, I want to send a shout out to my boy Ryan and his girl Alicia, who own the Backyard Barn where Darren's at, man. It's a good place. You want some good food, good drinks, good atmosphere, go check them out in Chalmette, man. Really good place. But listen, man, my partners. my take on it is this. I went through. I'm not gonna call him out on here because me and him, Dyke, we really went through a lot of film study with this, with the coaches tape and stuff like that on all the plays through this year. And I kind of agree with Pancho. He made this statement last year, and I want to really say I think he's really accurate on this. I think it's a lot to do. Everybody keeps blaming it on the play calling, and I get that. He's calling the exact same plays that he called for Drew Brees, but Derek Carr can't execute them.
Well, Drew Brees is one of the top 5 quarterbacks of all time.
I get it. So we can't use that as an excuse. I get it, but we can't use that as an excuse.
I mean, but you have to design a playbook to a player's strength as a coach.
He's leaving guys wide open, and he's not. And even Michael Thomas said in an interview, he's not going through his progressions like he should.
I think some of that's part of the offensive line, though. I mean, let's be real. He's not getting like a clean pocket like we saw Trevor Lawrence get at chunks in this game. You know what I mean? Like, I think it all starts up front. Like Darren said, They played slightly better, but it was still a lot to be desired. I mean, he's not getting a ton of time, and I'm not giving him a free pass on that because he had some misfires, some miscommunications with, Kamara and Olave, and I don't know, who's to say who that's on? I mean, only they know that. But I think a lot of it has to do with play call. I mean, as a play caller, as a coach, and like I said, Darren coaches, he knows that as well. You got to put your players in the best position to win. I mean, and I think if you're trying to coach Drew Brees, he ain't here no more. You need to coach Derek Carr. Find what works for Derek Carr. Find the patterns, come up with some creativity. It seems like Ronald Curry, like I would be so in favor of a change, a slight change right now,
Well, what I noticed was, basically he went to the no huddle. I mean, that was a whole turnaround. Now, can you sustain a whole game with a no huddle? I mean, that's fast ins and fast outs. That puts your defense on an island in a lot of cases if you can't execute that. But in the second half, maybe the Jags they played a little loosely. I don't know because Carr started to drive the ball in a no huddle, and but even if the plays aren't the best plays, Carmichael's calling, you still got to execute the bad plays. You never can get a result if you don't follow through with execution.
Yeah,
I think you set him up to fail, though. Wouldn't you guys say that? I mean, if you're calling bad plays, I mean, that's not like look. Coaches are replaced faster than quarterbacks.
Go ahead, Darren. You want to say something? Go ahead.
So listen, man. Drew Brees made Pete Carmichael. Pete Carmichael did not make Drew Brees. Just like Tom Brady made Belichick. Belichick didn't make Brady. Okay, so look, when you give him a play and he can audible out of it, he doesn't see. And I like Derek Carr, but he doesn't see. Most people didn't see the defenses like Peyton Manning or Brady or Brees.
But Darren, why is Derek Carr getting called out by quarterbacks, analysts, everybody?
Why what?
Why is he getting called out by former quarterbacks, NFL analysts, everybody? Everybody's saying he's just playing bad football right now.
Listen to me, he is playing bad football, but the play calling isn't helping him neither.
Right.
So
I agree with that.
So going to the game, they had a Jags defensive back who made a statement saying, coming to this game, we already know Derek Carr is Mr. Check down, check down, check down. So they came in into they coming into the game knowing he that's what he's going to do. Now, at what point do you put your heels on the ground and say, hey, bro, I'm gonna start pushing the ball down the field? The opportunities that are there, he's not taking them because he's constantly checking down.
I mean,
can we just face the reality? It's a failed experiment. It's over.
Yes. Agreed.
I don't think. I think you. There's no way you can give up on it this fast. So
Why not? Why not?
Because I'm going to explain that why.
Play any better later on down the road.
So this is. Here's the thing. You're tied into. You have $115 million of dead money. That, trust me, Mickey Loomis and all these guys at the top organization.
Hey, why you always spending money, dude?
Because here's my thing, Richie. There's a lot of guys that are employed by the organization who made a huge decision.
If a guy goes out and kills somebody, are you still gonna pay him?
Well, Richie, I mean, come on, man. We're talking two different things.
What I'm saying, we act like guys.
But listen, but Richie, you don't have a better guy in a roster. I mean, like Jameis came in, played a half, didn't do anything. He came in another game, threw one pick. I mean, you got Taysom. Maybe it's
losing is losing.
I understand, but see, to me, my thing would be this. I mean, I know where y'all are getting at because we've done this song and dance the whole season. I mean, it's not going to be Jameis Winston.
Don't even bring up Jameis.
I'm not. I'm just saying, but that's the point I'm trying to say is you got to get better, and the adjustments have to happen.
We're not talking about Jameis. We're saying Carr is not the answer. We're saying he's not the answer.
I mean, but you're stuck with him this year. I mean, you got to just try to hopefully get better. You got to adjust something with play calls. You got to let maybe Ronald Curry take a higher amount of the calls or something. I mean,
at what point the frustration is already building on the sidelines. At what point does it get out of hand?
I mean, look, worst case scenario. I mean, look, if this season's a wash, I mean, you go draft a quarterback next year, let him play behind Carr for a few weeks and see how fast he could come in and be the next guy.
I don't care what you say. I don't think Winston or Carr will be on this team next year.
Well, Carr, you stuck with Carr, Richie. You can't listen, Richie. Hold on. Give me 30 seconds to explain to you why Carr's going nowhere.
You're not stuck with him.
I'll bet anything y'all would have bet a car, house, anything. Derek Carr's not getting cut. You cannot cut $60 million. That's why we're in the trouble we're in now with the cap.
So they can't cut him legally.
Throw dead money away.
There's rules against the NFL. They can't cut him. You're saying
they cannot absolutely cut him. No way at all. And I'm gonna tell you why. You go look at his dead contract money. If you cut this guy, you will set this organization into a horrible place.
You're saying the NFL won't let them cut. You're saying the NFL won't let them cut.
No, Richie. Here's the thing. You got to study the cap sheet, my man. Look, the cap thing.
I'm not worried about the cap sheet.
Because you can't cut $60 million of dead money. That money's gonna roll off into years and years. That's why you're in this problem now. That's why you lost Trey Henderson, Teron Armstead.
I'm not saying you can cut the money. I'm simply saying you can't go in the same direction next year with a quarterback with the same one that put you in this position.
Here's the problem. You made a commitment. Daniel Jones, the Giants can't just cut Daniel Jones and go for Tyrod Taylor because he had one decent game.
How do you explain that to your season ticket holders that you're going to go into the same season with a losing record with the same quarterback?
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, all you can do is
no, it's not.
Richie, let me ask you this. Why do these teams, when you see these bad quarterbacks on these teams that they ride out for years and years and years, why do you think that is sometimes?
Go ahead, Pancho.
I'm just saying, Richie, you have a cap space. What is it? $220 million. Whatever.
We know that. We get that.
All right. So you got your Derek Carr's got $60 million tied up. Now you only can spread it out over 4 years. So you still obligated to pay that money. Yeah, you can cut him, but you don't have enough money to replace somebody to put it in that spot. So
right.
You gotta. Can you get something for him and take some of his money? Maybe a team will take that risk, but. No team doing that. So basically, you either eat the money or you do what Frisco's doing and you ride with a 7th round pick or 1st round pick for 5 years so you don't have to pay him.
Okay.
I mean, you got it. The only solution is a draft, right? The only solution is a rookie.
Okay, all right, Dave. So here's a scenario. The Saints tank this season. They wind up drafting one of these whoever top 10 quarterback, whatever. You think Derek Carr's going to be okay, play Mr. Nice Guy, sit on the bench?
He's going to have to be for 1 year. He's going to probably come in as a starter, but I mean, he could get replaced. I mean, if he's not, Richie,
he's going to be okay with that.
It is what it is at that point. I mean, you're a professional. You got to take that.
He's going to play Mr. Nice Guy and just sit on the bench.
He's going to have to. He's going to be asked to step away from the team.
Let's get Darren's take on it.
Go ahead, Darren.
Somebody said fire the whole coaching staff. So listen,
I agree with that more than the quarterback thing.
Listen, I kind of agree with that. But look, if y'all told me I'm allowed to become a head coach of whatever team, but then y'all told me that I had to take this person as this coach and this person as this, how was that my fault? You think Dennis wanted Pete Carmichael? No.
Right.
Mickey wanted Pete Carmichael. And before people say fire Mickey, he is a cap salary genius. You can't get rid of Mickey. Okay. Now here's the deal.
What's up, Jordan? What's up, Chuck?
Cut Derek Carr, but that would be dumb to cut Derek Carr because we are so invested in him. But what I do say that the Saints are going to do is Jameis is not on the team next year. Everybody knows that. We're going to have him again. You're going to have the rookie, the kid who's the smallest kid on the team who's got 6 6 weeks for shooting steroids, which I ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I mean, he must have been doing beach poses or something. I don't know what's going on with that guy.
I don't know what the hell's going on, but I mean, he was a little bitty guy. But look, you gotta draft somebody. You gotta draft somebody like a Jaden Daniels. You're gonna be able to get him in the 2nd or 3rd round. The kid makes good reads. He can move with his feet. He doesn't turn the ball over a lot. He doesn't really pass the eye test until you see the kid in game play.
Listen. This is. I don't see how y'all. Listen. This is the reality of this. This is going to get worse before it gets better. There are going to be. Listen to me. There are going to be physical fights on the sideline before this.
Well, Richie, I mean, hey, maybe that you clean out the bad goods, you get a higher draft pick. Worst case scenario. I mean, that's all you could. I mean, it might be the way we're hoping for the next few weeks. I mean, depending on how these next couple games go. I mean,
let RC call a play.
Yeah.
Let Michael know that he's on the way out. See how he does, and look. These next couple of weeks, we're not making the playoffs, all right? I mean, we still could, but do you really want to and get your ass busted in the 1st round?
Right.
These next couple of weeks, this will be like an interview for Coach RC. If he does good, then you can hire him next year, all right? Because listen to me, the defense.
Okay, so you feed into your season ticket holders. We're going into this next season in 2024 with a pitiful quarterback.
No, we're in a rebuilding mode, but we rebuild from the inside.
Darren, I don't care what people say. I'm telling you right now, Carr is not going to be okay with not being named the starter. I'm telling you.
I mean, Richie, he has to be. He's going to have to be.
He don't have to do anything.
He has to be. Look, okay, Richie, let me throw an example. Years ago in the NBA, and it's the same contractual circumstances. I don't know if you remember Stephon Marbury, Minnesota Timberwolves with Kevin Garnett. The Knicks have this guy. He's making a ton of money. He becomes a disaster on and off the court. They basically pay this guy to stay away. Almost even more recently with the Pelicans, Omer Asik. Remember that terrible contract? Omer Asik was told to stay home.
Dave, you forgot.
They will keep him away if he's a problem.
Dave, you forgot the Raiders. The Raiders told Derek Carr go away last year.
And you forget
they did.
DeMarcus Russell had the same thing with the Raiders.
Yeah.
So don't think he don't feel like he's being disrespected again.
Oh, he's got to step it up on his own though. He's the only one that can change that fate. He's got to play better.
Listen, just from what I see out of Derek Carr, he's got the want to. He's got the heart. He's got everything is there. The execution is not there.
Why are you giving him so much credit?
It ain't credit. It's what I see.
Yeah, you just got to find out what's going on.
It's very immature what he done on that sideline.
I mean, Richie, I think he's just frustrated. I mean, I like the passion. I'd rather him be passionate than not passionate. Let's put it that way.
So listen, would you rather him getting fired up on the sideline, or would you rather Aaron Brooks?
I would rather him not call out one of his teammates on the sideline.
But Richie, Olave, look, let's be real. Olave has been stopping on routes quite a bit this year.
He hasn't earned that right. And if I'd have been DeMario Davis, I would have told Carl, go sit your ass on the bench and shut up.
Hey, can I say something real quick? I got to do my job real quick as a producer. We got 12 viewers watching. We need y'all to hit that like button and make sure you share out this video on all y'all platforms.
Yes, please do it.
Hey, Darren, get on Bobby Truley. He said, "Poo that."
I know. Talking to those sad ass Green Bay fans. Bro, listen. You know what kills me? And look, Bobby's my dog. But you know what that drives me nuts? All right, is a few things. Look. How you from Louisiana, but you can't stand Tulane, LSU, or the Saints, or the Pelicans?
You know what I hate? I hate Laker fans. I hate Yankee fans, man.
Look, hold up, man. Chill out.
Listen,
chill out here.
I don't really understand that. But listen, I'm on the New Orleans Saints live.
We love you too, Bobby.
So I posted about
my boy Shawnee on there. What's up, Shawnee?
So look, I posted about Chris Olave.
Hey, Darren, you were wrong. Bobby said he's a big LSU fan.
Okay, 1 out of 2. He's from Louisiana. He's from New Orleans, the metropolitan area. How can you hate the Saints?
Right.
But listen, let me tell you how the world works. So I posted about Chris Olave. We got people going back and forth. They got a female mad at me. I think she's friends with one of y'all or whatever. But here's the deal. Then I decided to say, hey, look, why don't we lighten up the mood? Tell me who your favorite Saints player is. Can you explain to me how that only got 20 or 30 comments, but as soon as you post something bad about somebody, you get 180 something likes, man? The world's screwed up, man.
It is, dude. It very much is. It's like, so if you poke the bear a little bit, it's
Can I make a comment? Sean said
go ahead.
earlier.
What's up, y'all? Y'all tell my little cousin hello. Say hi.
What's up, brother? What's up? What's up? Who that?
What's going on?
Sean made a comment saying the division is winnable, and now he's also saying it's not like we are 1-6, we're 3-4. Okay, so what? What are you going to do after that? They're not going to do shit. They're not going to win a playoff game. They're not going to win the conference. They're not going to win the Super Bowl. That's just a pipe dream.
Listen, I would.
No, it don't matter. They
listen.
are broken right now, and they need to be fixed.
Well, listen, I want Pancho's take on that because he will keep it real. The problem, I think, the whole NFL, there's so much diversity in the NFL right now. Anybody can win or lose on any given day.
I mean, at this point, you have the bones. You have something to work with. It's there. Again, at what point do you decide to come together? I mean, look at Detroit last year. They figured it out. They went on.
You're right, Kenny.
I mean, hopefully, this
Hey,
week.
y'all know that. Yeah, Pancho, not to cut you off. You know that's a boy Kenny out there that used to tailgate with us. I'm Big Kenny.
Yeah.
Oakland. But go ahead, Pancho. Go ahead.
But anyways, you broke my concentration on it. But
see, that's Zod, dude.
They're in a good spot, pretty much.
But the bones are there. I mean, again, you seen something. You can't hurry up offense. Throughout the whole game. You got to be able to huddle and execute.
But Pancho, maybe the pace. I mean, just the pace. Maybe not hurry up, but a faster pace, if that makes any sense. Not necessarily a hurry up, but
there's no audibles at the line. The defenses are coming in. It's going to be check down city. There's no threat at all. Nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Rashid Shaheed. You got Olave. I mean, you got guys who can take the top off the.
But we just.
It's
But
gotta happen though.
Look what we're looking at. Look. Bring that comment up. Bring that comment up, Fatty.
Hey, Bobby, look. I love you too, Bobby. You know you're my dog.
Shawnee just said everyone said the 49ers were the best team out, and look, they lost 2 in a row. I mean,
it happens. Nobody's going 17-0. I mean, and look, Richie, I want to bring up a comment. I want to bring a point up.
They're more consistent, though. Let's be fair. They're more consistent than the Saints.
Oh, absolutely.
It hasn't been lately.
Yeah, the 49ers, look, anybody's getting it twisted. That's still a top 3 team in this conference.
Agreed.
And I mean, look, people are going crazy about Buffalo.
Too. They had major injuries, to be fair, to San Francisco.
We can go injuries on our line too, dude. Come on.
Well, let's look at Cleveland. Let's take a minute to look at the Cleveland Browns. I mean, here's a team. We're bitching about our quarterback. We're going crazy. Derek Carr's numbers are better than Deshaun Watson's, and yet Cleveland's playing a lot better football than us. They don't have Nick Chubb. They got a quarterback that's struggling, who they paid a shit ton of money to, but yet they're winning football games with their defense and a running game. So I mean,
Dave, you just hit the nail on the head. Their defense. Where's our defense been at?
I agree. I mean, you let Trevor Lawrence with one leg basically run all over you.
You're a defensive linebacker. Come on,
here's another thing you're not catching either. They're playing good without Deshaun Watson. That team does not like Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not like PJ Walker's like setting quarterback records over there. I mean, is he even under? Is he over 50% as a passer?
They're willing to play for him, just like the Saints. The Saints are going to stop playing for Derek Carr.
I don't know if that. I mean, look, dude, PJ Walker's not going to be starting many more games this year. I mean, you're not going nowhere with PJ Walker's your quarterback.
Hey, that defense is good though.
Yeah, the defense. I mean, you got like Denzel Ward, you got Myles Garrett, you got guys you got superstars on that defense. Possibly.
So we don't have superstars.
I don't think we have a Myles Garrett Denzel Ward and Lattimore kind of in that same boat, but we don't have a Myles Garrett.
We don't have a Myles Garrett, but I'll take our secondary over their secondary.
Oh no, I mean they got a good secondary. Don't get it twisted. That Newsome kid. I mean, Denzel Ward's a top, play corner. No, I'm just Richie. They're in the same boat. That's a good secondary.
No, they couldn't touch Lattimore's jock. Stop it.
Well, let me ask you this, okay, but here it doesn't matter how good your secondary is when your coach is making stupid-ass mistakes like putting Tyrann Mathieu on Christian Kirk in the slot in the second half of that game.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm
just saying that was one of the biggest plays of the game after Lou Headley had the worst effing punt I've ever seen in my life.
I think Cam Jordan's having the most disappointing season of his career.
Look, I just want to know who the hell decided that Headley's a better option than Blake Gillikin, because I've not been impressed with this guy from Australia. No offense to my Australian buddy Steve who watches the podcast, but dude, Lou Headley, what's going on here, man? Like,
it's terrible.
I mean, what's happening here? I mean,
do you know what our former kicker's doing?
Making field goals or what?
No, a former punter, I mean.
Oh, Thomas Morstead or Blake Gillikin? Which one?
Blake Gilligan.
What's he up to?
He's kicking for the league. What do you mean?
No, I mean, he should be our freaking punter right now. I mean, who made the determination that this kid needed to be replaced by Lou Headley?
Huh?
I'm just saying, is that the guys we trust that are running his team? You know, I mean, I'm just saying. I know it's punter, but come on.
What?
Who he's playing for?
I seen it. I'm gonna find
Arizona. I think it's Arizona. It might.
I think it's Arizona. Yeah, I seen him kicking the other night. I forgot what team.
Well, I mean, it's funny. I know we're talking about a punter here, and it feels like a waste of time to probably the average person. But dude, how many times we've seen in the past, like Thomas Morstead or Blake Gillikin, change the field position game? You know what I mean? And that just has not happened too many times. You know, this year, if the offense sputters out, you don't have a punter that could boot it 55 yards. You know, and change the graphic of the field.
Chuck says, bring on Gruden. Oh man,
I think that's the only thing you can do to save this team, honestly.
Hey, Gruden would be interested, man. Emails and all, man. It'd be pretty wild.
Because he loves Carr, and
listen,
if you're gonna be stuck with Carr, you might as well go get Gruden.
Yeah, hey, Fatty, while Chuck's on, can you bring up that flyer I brought and share with you earlier for the NOFA? Yeah, y'all. I just want to share that right quick if Fatty's got it up.
All right,
but again, we still got a top 15 defense or top 10 defense, so the defense isn't losing the games for us.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, you can't. Again, you can put blame on Foster Moreau and make him feel like a dick, but I mean,
what's disappointing with the defense, Pancho, is we were so good against the run, man. We are so suspect right now against the run.
Richie, you got an offense that can't move the ball or they can't score. So you got a defense.
I get what you're saying, but Dave just said the same thing about Cleveland. They don't have a better offense than we have.
But they're moving the ball, putting points on the board.
They lost their best running back.
The passing game is terrible.
Well, you got Cleveland's backup quarterback putting up points.
No, because Carr's numbers are better than anybody the Browns have.
Putting up points. I mean.
No, but Pancho, check it out. Look at
you said
Deshaun Watson of PJ Walker versus Derek Carr's numbers. I mean, Carr's got considerably better numbers.
Okay, wait. So you blame it on because they tired, Pancho?
Because of what?
Because that first drive, we kicked the ball in Jacksonville, the first drive, and they drove down the field on us like it was nothing.
Yeah, that was a pretty embarrassing start to that game. I will say that. It looked like our defense gave, they just basically opened the door for them, and they didn't give much resistance at all in that first drive. But they did clean it up as the game went on. But it seems to me like Trevor Lawrence, every time he needed to make a play, we had no answer, man. He would run for a first down. He would find the right matchup, like Tyrann Mathieu versus Christian Kirk.
You got it up?
Darren, how many turnovers the defense had that last game?
Listen, here's the deal.
They had interceptions, fumbles.
Right. But listen, the problem with it is we prepared for Trevor Lawrence to be not there because he wasn't supposed to play. You don't ever prepare for a quarterback to be there, to not be there.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Then you prepare for him to be crippled, and he still run the ball for 75 yards on or something.
Yeah. Hey, listen, hold that thought real quick, Fatty. Bring that link up. Bring that flyer up for me right quick. Listen, guys, I wanted to share this because we are a sponsor of No One Fights Alone. My boy Chuck Thomas that was on early is a senior board member for them. Listen, take the kids out. It's going to be at the Farmers Market in West Wego. It's for a great cause. We're going to have all kinds of vendors out there. I'm going to be playing some music. Make sure to come out. It's from 11 to 2. October 28th, this Saturday. Come out at the Farmers Market. Thank you, Fatty, for that.
Awesome.
So
awesome.
Darren, listen, what you were saying about I know they didn't prepare for Trevor Lawrence, but you also got to realize about the offense. You had 2 turnovers inside the 40-yard line and couldn't come away with nothing.
Look, that goes back to Pete Carmichael. You know why you going Pete Carmichael? No, we got 4 now. We got 4. Yeah. Listen to me. You can't talk about that, fellas. Listen to me, bro. The deal about it is this. It's Pete Carmichael. I like Foster Moreau. I like his story. I think he's decent. Why do you not have Jimmy Graham 6'8", jumps out the gym in the game when you're inside 20? It makes no sense that kid was even in position. Because if Jimmy Graham's there, he catches that, and I win $1,200 because that was the fourth. That was my fourth person. That was my 4th person on my parlay, on my touchdown parlay.
Yeah.
And then another thing. Did you see what happened? Taysom Hill walked into the end zone. Walked. He would have scored in touch football, but you don't run him again inside the 20. Like certain shit don't make no sense to me.
No, he does not utilize his weapons. I agree completely with that. I mean, Jimmy Graham's like non-existent at this point in the season. Taysom needs to touch the ball like 2 or 3 times more than what he's doing right now, especially in the red zone.
Have y'all noticed that?
Times, right? They only lost like once or twice when he touches the ball 9 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like math is in front of them. Yeah.
What's
I
that,
mean,
Fatty?
No, I was going to say, have y'all noticed that Kamara runs more up the middle now than he did in past years instead of going around the edge?
A little bit.
It don't seem like it's effective. He's not an up the middle guy. He's always been on the edge, goes around the edge, and it hasn't worked at all. And we know they can't run a screen if their life depends on it now. Even though they used to be the best screen team in the league, they can't run one if their life depends on it.
You have tackles right now that's unexperienced at tackle position that you can't get that outside right now. You have to go up the middle.
It's not working. I mean,
Pancho's right on that because there was a play that Taysom got that first down, which I don't know how in the world he pulled it off. We got an angle. The defensive end blew up that tackle. That should have been a loss if it's anybody but Taysom Hill right there on that one particular play on that 3rd and short.
But Darren to tell you can run the ball up the middle 5 times, and the 6th time they break loose. Like just because you can't get it up the middle, you still have to make them respect it.
But to me, it's never been a strength of his. I mean, if it was Williams, I'd do Williams with that, but that's never been a Kamara strength, and you're not using to his strength.
What you doing with that? So as you keep running up the middle, you're sucking the linebackers in. So that gives you the second tier passing is available.
Get that play action going. Yeah,
I mean, there's always a strategy. That's why you put guys in motion down to tell you to see if it's man or zone. I mean, there's ins and outs where players move, and to you it means nothing, but to an offense, it could tell everything.
Well, if that's their strategy, it fucking sucks.
Well, no, but check it out, Chris. Pancho's right about that. The problem is, though, you have a guy, and we'll go back to like what Darren was saying earlier. You have a guy who doesn't take advantage of that with Pete Carmichael. And I know people say, oh, well, how to play caller screws up everything. Well, Sean Payton was great at setting defenses up, and Pete Carmichael does not have that ability at all. Anybody can design a tricky play to have guys going 20 different directions, but it's all about setting the defense up. Like you said, drawing the linebackers in, using the screen at the right time, using a quick out at the right time. And Sean Payton was great at that. Pete Carmichael, not so much. And that's what we're seeing. That's the bad 3rd down percentages.
His foot up plays his asses when they didn't perform.
The reason Brock Purdy does so well is because he's in a system, right? So it's as long as you can execute the system, you produce numbers. And Brock Purdy isn't reinventing the book. They just have a good running back, suck everybody in, and then you got to throw over the middle. If you don't throw over the middle, Brock Purdy isn't scared to throw over the middle. Derek Carr is.
Let me ask y'all this: where's the slant with Michael Thomas on 3rd and 3 instead of like running sideline routes?
You're talking about Brock Purdy like he's not a good quarterback. Come on, Pancho.
No, Brock Purdy is a good quarterback, but I mean, but Pancho's right. The system does a lot for him. And I'm not saying he wouldn't be good outside of it, but Kyle Shanahan and him, it's like a perfect marriage. He's the ideal guy for that system.
The 49ers offense isn't about, it's more about
it's a timing offense.
You got Debo running side to side. You got McCaffrey going out kind of you constantly have the defense rocking back. You don't know if it's a run or if it's
Trey Lance is in that same offense and he looked good.
No, Trey Lance isn't Brock Purdy. I mean, Purdy's just got a timing factor that those other guys like Garoppolo and Lance didn't have.
We're talking like Brock Purdy ain't a good quarterback. He is a good quarterback.
Oh, no, he's good. I don't think anybody's saying that. I think he just fits the system perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, look, we need to dive into that more too because we're talking about the Saints a lot too. Let's dive into the NFL because people keep asking about that too. I don't think we dive into that enough. I mean, there's a lot going on.
I agree.
There's a lot going on in the NFL right now. Look, we could talk about that game last night. That was a complete upset. You're talking about the 49ers.
I mean, this week was a week of, smack you in the mouth football. A lot of upsets. With the Patriots, you got the Ravens, you got the 49ers lost last night. Detroit, losing. I mean, so there's.
I think people lose focus on. We jump on these bandwagons of these teams because they look good for the first few weeks, but the reality of it is, you got 4 teams, and we know who they are, and they're going to be there in the end, and that's a fact.
I agree.
I mean, there ain't no doubt about that.
Who would you say those 4 teams are?
I know one of them is Kansas City.
Well, that's a pretty obvious.
I know one of them is Philadelphia.
Right. But who's the next two?
I know another one, San Francisco.
Now, who's the 4? That's what I'm interested in.
Listen,
In the NFC, or are you talking about the NFC?
I'm talking about the AFC. Are we talking Baltimore or what?
I think in the end, Cincinnati will be there.
I'll tell you, I think it's more open. I mean, here's the problem, too. We always look at different seasons. I mean, how many times, like Kansas City, winning a Super Bowl, they have a little struggle early in the year. They have an off week or two. I mean, it's a long season. It's hard to be, to bring it every week and dominate.
But you know what the difference is, Dave? And I think Darren, I want to get Darren's opinion on this, and I'm sure he knows this. People keep focusing like say they say in Cincinnati, they say in Kansas City, and what I'm saying is they have two great quarterbacks, great offenses, but believe it or not, their defense is playing outstanding this year for both them teams, and nobody talks about it.
Yeah, I mean Baltimore looks pretty dangerous right now. I mean, who's to say they're not a team that could? No, I'm just saying. I mean, good defense, good running game, good quarterback. I mean, I'm not saying good coach.
I'll never count out a healthy Lamar Jackson. I'll never count him out.
In the playoffs, he's trash.
Right.
He has not taken that step, and that's the problem. Will he be that guy?
Why do you say that? Why do you say that, Darren?
Listen, before anybody tries to bash me, I really do like Lamar. He's getting better at his reads. He's reading the defense a lot better. Because listen to me, he just never won a big game. What big game has he ever won in his career, including college? Tell me what he won. He didn't.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
When you say big game,
I'll take Baltimore top 3 in the AFC.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but what I'm saying, when you saying big game, you mean the whole thing, or a playoff game, or NFC Championship game, or AFC Championship?
Fatty, how many games has he played in the playoffs?
Who?
Lamar Jackson. Can you pull that up?
Yeah.
I think Lamar went to the playoffs like every
Oh
year.
yeah, he's been in the postseason, but like he's kind of that first round exit's kind of common for him.
I think he won one game. What is he? 1 and 2,
Yeah.
1 and 3?
It's not many.
He's 1 and 3.
Yeah.
1 and 3.
Yeah.
But he's also an MVP.
Listen to me. I'll save the MVP shit because Drew Brees threw for 5,000 yards 3 times. Never won an MVP.
MVP lost its luster a long time ago,
Drew Brees
man.
got robbed of it during the Super Bowl year too. Let's not be.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, what happened? What happened?
MVP is a popularity contest now. I don't
okay, but I agree with you. But I will say this, and I will stand on it. I don't care what none of y'all say. At no point of Drew Brees' career was he the best quarterback in the league.
What?
Not once.
I mean, Tom Brady, he played in the wrong era. I mean, he had Tom Brady.
No, Dave. All right, Dave. I'll let you speak, Dave. You go ahead.
No. I mean, but here's my thing. I mean, you could still be a top 5 quarterback of all time.
No. I said best quarterback.
What's that?
The dude had the best completion.
I agree. I'm not. I didn't say he wasn't top. I didn't say he wasn't top 3. I didn't say he wasn't top 3. I said best quarterback. Can you make a point for it?
Yes. His
When?
stats.
When?
He's not the best quarterback to play, but in one season, he threw for 5,000 yards.
He had a great season, but at what point in his career?
One season,
Dave, I understand what you're saying. That what I'm saying is you're talking about all-time greats. At some point in Tom Brady's career, he was considered the best quarterback in football. At some point in Peyton Manning's career, he was considered the best quarterback in football. Patrick Mahomes, best quarterback in football.
I'm about to blow up the whole game, bro.
I think it's just Richie. It's just timing, man. He played in a tough era of quarterback. He played the best era of quarterbacks in the history of this league.
Time out. Did I say GOAT or did I say MVP? I think I said MVP, which means one.
Yeah.
I don't think. And what I'm saying is, I think in that season,
Ryan won the MVP one year, dude. Come on.
Okay, I'm not sitting here saying he should win the MVP. I'm saying, so what do you say? He said he based it on popularity.
I think it is. I think it's lost its luster. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
MVP is not as
But what I'm simply saying is
prestige. That's the word I'm looking for.
What
Not
about the Bills,
prestigious.
y'all?
Darren,
I'm about to drop some stats on y'all right now.
I don't care about stats. I don't care about stats.
No. Hold on.
Yeah, Fatty.
Wait, let me go back. Give me a second. Go back.
Hey,
I don't
Richie.
care about it.
Listen. While Fatty's pulling that up,
because if you want to go by stats, I can dive that over to basketball and school all y'all.
Okay, here we go. The 2009 season, the Super Bowl season between the MVP, Peyton Manning, and Drew Brees. I'm going to drop Peyton's on you. He completed, let's see, 393 completions with 571 with a 68 completion percentage. He had, he had 33 TDs with 16 interceptions. Now let's go to Drew Brees. Same year. He was 363 for 514 with 70% completion rating with 34 TDs and 11 interceptions. He had better stats than Peyton Manning, and Peyton Manning still won it.
Right.
How is that?
Because
and
nobody
the
ever
MVP
because no
much.
one in the league no one in the league thought at any point Drew Brees was the best quarterback in the league.
No,
but I don't think you have to be the best quarterback to win MVP. Matt Ryan, to me, was never a top 3 quarterback in the league.
Dave, but what does that say about your peers? Your peers vote for that for you.
I mean, I would say fuck the peers. I mean, we won a Super Bowl. Hey, we got the last laugh. So, I mean,
come on, man.
Look, here's my thing. I think we're having a ridiculous argument. I want to talk about something more.
I
know we could run
I'm
on
not
this.
saying. Listen to me. You're sitting. I'm not saying that Drew Brees is not an all-time great. Not saying that at all. I think he is. But what I'm saying is, at no point of his career was he. It was Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. You can't agree with that?
Proved it that in 2009 it should have been his.
Hey, can we call a timeout?
Go ahead.
So listen to me. Here's the deal. The whole argument was about Lamar Jackson. He's never, ever, ever, ever in the history of the NFL gonna be the best quarterback as long as Patrick Mahomes is playing.
Yeah. How the hell did we get to Drew Brees? How did Drew Brees come up?
Because we're talking about MVP.
Because I think a guy that threw this is what I'm saying. What I say is I think respectively you have to look at your peers and people around you to get respect from the former players in the league. And
right, but the MVP award ain't going to get him a playoff win this year.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is if Drew Brees was that good, why at no point was he ever considered better than other guys?
He could have been, but you can't. I mean,
yeah, I love Richie. I think it's a popularity thing. I mean, I think we definitely agree on that.
Element people are always going to go with the more popular guy. Peyton was a more marketable guy than Drew Brees because of who he was. And
right, Matt Ryan wasn't marketable. He wasn't popular.
Listen, Richie,
he was up and up though. He was
my honest belief is more people put it on Sean Payton's back than they did on Drew Brees' back, and now they see it was opposite.
No, I don't believe that.
Sean Payton took more credit for Drew Brees' run or time here than what Drew Brees got off. Now you can see the difference is Sean Payton was probably never the real deal. It was
I think Payton takes a little unfair blame though, because I think he's got a shit show in Denver.
All right, Pancho, why didn't Drew Brees do that in San Diego?
It was his first 2 years of football, dude. Come on.
And it got hurt.
Yeah, he had the injury. I mean, he would look Richie. He was trending upward. They just went with Philip Rivers. They made a choice.
Do y'all know how many years Drew Brees played for San Diego?
What, 4?
5 years, 4 years?
4 years.
Yeah. I mean, he played out his rookie contract. But look, hey, I want to get into something real quick. I know we hypothetically going into like 20 different areas.
5 years.
5 years. 5 years?
And didn't have the stats that Neely had with the Saints.
Who's that?
He played 5 years in San Diego, didn't nearly have the stats he had with the Saints.
Well, no, I mean, the league changed a lot, too. I mean, I think, let's look at the players around him, the coaching staff. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Coaching can do a lot, obviously.
Look, guys, I don't want to beat the dead horse. I don't want y'all to think I'm sitting here saying that I don't think Drew Brees is all-time great, because I do. I just don't have Drew Brees in my top 5 all-time.
Well, let me ask you this. So here, when I say about play calling, can we make the agreement that play calling had a lot to do with Drew Brees, his improvement as a player? I mean,
I don't have him in top 5, Darren. No, I don't.
I think,
but no, hold on, Richie. Let me ask you guys that, because I know y'all kind of give me.
I don't. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not going to go Joe Day. Darren's looking at me like I'm crazy. I don't. I'm sorry.
Anyone who's watching right
let's
now,
get back to play calling. So y'all saying play calling? I
got guys that won more Super Bowls and guys.
Hey, hold up. I want to make a point about this, because I mean, y'all caved in that argument that I've been dealing with for the past couple of weeks. Play calling obviously matters. I mean, Drew Brees, y'all just said it. He went from being a kind of middle of the road quarterback his first few years with the Chargers to being, one of the elite quarterbacks. Play calling has a lot to do with it. Coaching has a lot to do with it.
I agree. I'm not just
execution has more, dude.
It does, but I mean, you got to put your players in the right position. Pancho, there's great teams in every sport that underachieve because the coaches don't put them in the proper position. And it's not always the coach's fault. Sometimes it is on the players. Sometimes it's a mix of both. But look, what I want to get to real quick, I know we're not going to talk about it if I don't bring it up. I think trade deadline. I want to bring up the trade deadline.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to be involved with anything. Just the way I feel. But do y'all looking? I mean, I'm looking at Tennessee. I'm just curious if y'all got any players y'all think that's going to be on a move with the trade deadline coming up.
From
Yeah.
the Saints?
I don't think the Saints will do anything. I honestly don't.
They don't think they're going to do anything.
I think the Raiders are going to move Devontae Adams.
That's an interesting one. That could definitely happen.
Yeah, I think we go after a cornerback.
I think the Saints are moving Michael Thomas.
Really?
You think?
Yep.
I think we're going after a cornerback.
Pancho, you can shake it how you want. His uncle was on TV the other day saying it.
Pancho's shaking over there. I want to hear the Bears response,
because Keyshawn Johnson said this morning that's a possibility. His uncle said that.
Well, I mean, for the past couple of years, he needs to shut the fuck up.
Anything at this point is a possibility. I'm saying realistically, I mean, Mickey hasn't thrown in a hat yet. I mean,
what are you throwing in a hat? If somebody gives you a good offer for a guy that's on an expiring contract,
you're going to get a 5th round pick for him.
What if you get more?
You're not.
What if you do?
Richie, but you made a point right there. Richie, I think I will say this. On Pancho's side of the argument, Devontae Adams, like you said, let's be real. If Devontae Adams is being dangled out there, that's going to take away a lot of stock from Michael Thomas, you know?
Yep.
I'm going to say the name. The obvious name to me is Derrick Henry. I think Derrick Henry's going. I think he's a name that could be on the move.
Go ahead, Darren.
I think Derrick Henry goes to the Bills.
That makes a ton of sense. Absolutely. Weren't they linked to him at some point in the offseason or maybe last year?
Last offseason, they were trying to make a move for him.
They got all kinds. I mean, I'm sure Pancho keeps up with all. I mean, there's all kinds of places where people say they're going and this and that. I mean, that's all rumors.
I mean, there's a lot to go into it. I mean, there's a handful of teams that are going to sell, and there's going to be a handful of teams that are going to buy. I mean, you got Miami is full to the gills. They can't.
I know they need to give the GM for Philadelphia freaking GM of the year.
Well, and Richie, that's to me the start of it. If they traded Byard, I mean, now you're looking at possibly Derrick Henry, DeAndre Hopkins.
How many more people?
You know
how many
what I
more? Does Philadelphia have a cap? I mean, how many more people can they sign?
They just know how to massage it, man. They got a Mickey of their own, I guess, with Howie Roseman, man.
Gee, I mean, but no. As we talk about other teams, Devontae was rumored to San Francisco.
That's what you think. Well, with Debo being banged up, I mean, that maybe makes sense. I mean, what's a team like? Throw some teams out there. I mean, there's probably a few options for receivers right now. I mean,
Kansas City's one of them, but they're not going to trade in that division.
I mean, Jerry Jeudy could be one of them. You got guys out there. I mean, Denver's going to have a fire sale. The Bears, I mean, what they have left for the bones, they're going to probably have a fire. I mean, get rid of.
Well, the Bears are set up well, though, P. You got to think they got all the Panthers picks. The Panthers are totally fucked.
They still got players there. Justin Fields.
I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell you. Listen,
get moved. Who knows?
I'm gonna tell y'all a dark horse team. I'm gonna tell y'all a dark horse team that I think.
Would you take Justin Fields right now? Would you?
Would I take if I could afford him? Yeah, under the cap. Yeah. But Patrick, the only thing I think a quarterback's a hard position to trade though in season. I think it's a lot. Man, you got to really digest the playbook.
Hey, there is a lot of speculation also with Devontae Adams being moved to Dallas too.
Well, Dallas, I haven't even heard Dallas on Derrick Henry, which is surprising, being that they got Pollard. But I mean, you never know. I mean, look, let's be real. After the McCaffrey trade last year with the 49ers, look how that transformed them. That team into a contender. I mean, they were a good team, but McCaffrey put them over the top.
Hey, that's two different types of backs, though, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's something to think about. Like you're saying, Darren, you almost got to have a complimentary back that can catch the football. That's where Buffalo makes some sense.
I don't know how much Derrick Henry has left in the tank, if we're being honest.
And that's what I'm saying. You probably get him real cheap. You get him probably a mid-round pick. He's almost 30. He's winding down a little bit. I mean, he still can play. But, I mean, like Darren was saying, Buffalo, a team with like a James Cook that could catch the ball. Yeah. You need a running back that could kind of have that dynamic alongside him.
I mean, we can talk about it for a minute. I mean, it's the NFL. I mean, what y'all asked the top 4 teams. I mean, what 3 teams? Let's just do this easily. Your 4 teams on each side, the NFC, AFC. I mean, that's easy. You don't have to dive into it all the way, but I mean, who you got right now?
Top 4 in each conference, you saying, Richie?
Yeah.
Well, let's go with the LSU game this weekend, man. I know Darren. I think Darren attended the game this weekend. So, what did that mean?
He went to the LSU game. You went, D?
Yeah, man, it was LSU on me. Of course I went.
What did you observe from? Did you learn anything from that game?
Well, let's just say that I've always been proud to be a Tiger fan, but we've won many championships in my lifetime. But I've never been more proud to be a Tiger fan than what I was Saturday, man. It was no booing. We had the utmost respect for our servicemen, which y'all know, most of y'all know I don't talk about a lot, but I was in the Army for a couple of years. Dude, the game was really, it was a blowout. Everybody knew it was going to happen. There was really no fighting. They had one little skirmish. No booing at all. The Golden Knights, they came in. Man, it was a great atmosphere completely around. The Army people were awesome. LSU fans were awesome. It wasn't what you have ever experienced at Death Valley. So if you didn't go, then you'll never understand what it was, man. There was no, LSU comes out first, which I like. They come out before their opponents come out, which I really don't like. I think they should come out second. But anyway, then Army came. Listen, we stood up. We stood cheering. Man, it was unreal. It really was, man.
That's cool. That's a cool situation.
That's a good situation. I agree, man. I think people need to.
Hey, Darren, I want to say something too, man, what you said, man. And I don't know about you guys, man. We see it on all these TikToks and Reels and everything, man. I don't know what it is, man. Maybe it's just coming out more. But, dude, it seems like there's way too much of that activity going on at games, man, with brawls. It seems like it's worse now than it's ever been, man. Or maybe it's just more publicized.
I think they're doing it on purpose.
I mean, it's getting insane, dude. I mean, you got kids that go to games. You got families. I mean, this ain't – look, dude, we could argue. We could talk shit. But, man, when you having brawls –
where was this shit? Where was this shit when we was going to Saints game? We were younger, man.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, we were some – that's what I'm saying. We were some damn degenerates going in the dome most days. We were drunk off our ass.
Me and Pancho would have been on TikTok every week.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We did some dumb shit back in the day. But, I mean, like, dude, it's just they taking it too far, I think, now, you know?
Bro, everybody been wanting to fight Richie because he got drunk and talk shit, you know?
Yeah, you got Richie running around with a cape and shit.
I ain't want no damn cape.
It was that towel, that beach towel.
So listen, Darren, let's talking about LSU. What you think about the game coming up, brother? Big one.
So LSU should be able to score, but the problem we have is, can we hold Bama down? Because everybody knows our defense is suspect right now. But if we can hold them a few times, I think we'll win that game. But if I'm betting, I'm probably going to take Bama if I was to bet the game, but I'm not going to bet the game because I hate Bama.
I know, but you keep it real. Bro.
I do. I really think that the scramble quarterback's going to hurt us, just like in the Ole Miss game. He's not really. Oh my God.
They're freaking Pancho. David can't see that.
What's that?
And
Pancho held the magazine of James Winston on it.
The fucking best iPad holder in the league. Shit.
Let Darren finish.
Go ahead, Darren.
Hey, Cooch, if you think that he's trash, you got another thing coming. Did you watch him? Did you watch this weekend's game? Did you watch the last game he played for Bama? The kid threw the ball all over the field, and he can run the ball.
Listen, I mean, do you think this game's coming down to one of these teams going to the playoffs?
No, neither team's going to the playoffs.
No, not at all.
LSU's a 2-loss team, so you can get that.
Yeah, they still have faith with the loss.
And then Bama lost to a Texas team that got spanked up, so their PowerPoints ain't doing too good.
So I mean, the three top SEC teams. I mean,
no one can beat Georgia. Georgia's too good.
What about Ohio State? What y'all think about Ohio State?
I disagree with that. I disagree with that.
Georgia.
I'll name a team that can beat Georgia, and they ain't in the SEC.
Ohio State.
No, you'd have to go with SEC because that's going to be the first step for any team.
I think Oregon's going to be right. I think Oregon's going to be right there.
What about Ohio State, man? I mean, I'm just saying.
They've been overrated every year.
I don't know, man. They beat the shit out of a good Penn State team, man.
If they beat Michigan, we'll talk if they can beat Michigan.
Well, I mean, that's going to be. I mean, let's be real. I think Big Ten's going to be well represented, man. And that's
Chuck even said Georgia ain't that good. Georgia's not that good.
It's going to be Michigan and
Damn, you think Georgia's that good?
No.
You don't think Georgia's that good neither?
No.
See, Fatty?
Listen, I think Georgia's good, but I don't think Georgia's what they what they was, and
So
then
do you think? So do you think for the first time in a long time the playoffs is wide open in college football?
the playoffs is really wide open, just like the Heisman Trophy. Because listen, if
Well,
LSU,
that's stupid. Jaden Daniels should be winning that.
I agree.
if LSU only has one loss, Jaden Daniels the front runner by 27 miles.
Yeah, I could agree. Yeah.
I know Richie's boy's not even in the top 5 anymore.
Oh, really?
But
He's not what?
He's not. I don't even think they considering him for a Heisman Trophy now.
He already has a Heisman, Fatty.
No, this year. He was the front runner going into the season. I don't even think they considering him now.
Who, Caleb?
I tell you.
Yeah.
Caleb's going to get invited because, I mean,
He shouldn't be. He shouldn't even be in the building.
Well, listen to me. Here's the deal.
Wow.
I really think if LSU was undefeated or only one loss, that Jaden Daniels wins it easily.
You see, that's what y'all don't realize. Y'all can sit here and bash on him, and I'll do it too. I'm like Darren. I don't hold no punch. I'm going to call it like I see it. And Caleb Williams is playing like complete trash right now.
He'll still be a number one pick, though.
Because you got off-field
distraction. Nope. I don't think that's no more D, Dave. I don't think that's no more D.
I mean, the problem is, look, I think I agree with what you're saying, but he'll be the number one pick. Trust me.
No, he won't. No, he won't.
I'll bet. Let's bet on here, man.
Who's got the number one pick right now?
That's a good question. It could be Chicago the way it's going. It could be Chicago, Darren, because they own the Panthers pick right now. The Panthers look like a 14-loss team or something.
They're going to trade one off.
Right?
What?
So they could have 1 and 2, right?
They could have 1 and 2. The Bears are set up, man. They really are.
So if I'm the Bears, I'm trading my first-round pick to somebody who needs a quarterback. Let them take Caleb.
Right.
I'm adjusting.
Wait a minute. Are you going to say you're going to keep Justin Fields?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yep, I would.
They'll run that.
They'll have that option. They could either keep Fields a bounty Fields, put Fields out there for a bounty in return, you know?
You could probably still get a quarterback. If you trade your number one pick, you're getting a shitload back.
Oh, look at what just happened. Look at the Panthers.
Do y'all not realize how many quarterbacks Chicago's already passed on?
Dave, I'm gonna throw a stat at you, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Inside the red zone, 86 touchdowns, 4 INTs. Who is that?
Talking about Winston.
Dude, you keep looking up these Winston stats. I mean, how about, dude? I mean, there's a reason he's not starting for anybody, Pancho.
Look,
that's my stat I need.
Here's an idea. When they get to the 20, you put Jameis Winston in.
I vote for number 7 to play inside the 20s. I think he's your best red zone weapon. But
I agree with that.
All day.
You know,
all day.
I never thought I would agree with Dave about that. Like,
Richie, I'm not even saying he. Listen, I want to throw that out there.
I'm being
honest. I think Taysom Hill's your best football player on your team right now.
I never agreed when Dave first said that, but I agree with him now.
Is Taysom Hill not your best player on the Saints roster right now?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, do you feel as confident about any single player more than Taysom Hill? And I'm not mad if you do. I'm just asking because I think it's really the situation. You know, I think he's your best football player.
I think we should use all three. I think we should use all 3 of them.
Call lack of options.
Oh, wait, what's that? I'm cutting out Darren. Wait, I lost Darren.
What'd you say, Dean?
He is the best football player in the NFL.
Agreed. I agree with that. He should go in the Hall of Fame, honestly.
Who?
Taysom Hill.
Yeah. No.
Okay, wait. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Name another player that can throw the ball, catch the ball, run the ball, block a punt, go down to special teams, line up as tight end, running back. The kid.
If you're gonna say that, you're gonna say that. Yeah, I mean, he's the best utility player. I mean, come on.
He's the best football player.
How many players in 20 years have you seen like him?
He's the best football player in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes can't go do that, and he's the best quarterback.
No, Patrick Mahomes definitely ain't doing it.
Okay, but listen, Christian McCaffrey is the best running back. He's not going to play DN.
He ain't gonna throw a pass. Yeah,
he's not going to throw a ball.
Taysom Hill couldn't be a great receiver, dude. Come on, let's be honest.
He's been catching the ball. He's been one of your best targets the last couple of weeks. I mean,
overall best player.
I agree with that.
Overall best player. He's the best player.
100%.
I mean, I wouldn't disagree. He's the best. I'm not going to disagree with you. He's the best.
I think he should go in the Hall of Fame.
I think the most. I tell you right now, I think the most unstoppable player in the NFL is Tyreek Hill. I'm sorry.
Hey, Richie, I think we're starting to turn my argument, man. I think you're starting to turn my argument.
I'm agreeing with Dave on that, dude. This dude is catching ball between three guys.
What's his stats right now? Is he at 1,000 yards yet on a year?
It ain't even close, dude. It's not even close.
I mean, he's insane. Hey, look, I want to say this too, man. We got a big thing happening tomorrow night, man. Pelicans kick it off tomorrow, man. I mean,
yes, I will be courtside the game next week against the Warriors.
Is Zion playing or is he mentally distressed?
Zion is getting and ready to go. Zion,
he looks good, man. And he looks in shape.
Facts. Listen, this is facts. Zion Williams is exactly 36 pounds down, reported. 36 pounds.
Great. Is he mentally there? Because
yes, he is. Yes. I'm calling it. Zion Williams is going to be top 3 player in the NBA this year.
Dude, Richie, if we got to get him like a support chihuahua to sit on a bench with him to make him feel good about himself, dude, I'm all for it. Because, dude, that dude, look, if he's healthy, the Pelicans could be one of the most. They're a top 3 or 4 team in this league if that dude's healthy. I promise you.
I'm excited. The NBA is my second favorite sport. I love NBA, bro. I'm ready.
I'm ready, man.
He still has 902 yards, too.
Whew.
What'd you say?
He had 902 yards, Tyreek.
Who?
That dude's insane.
Already?
7 games.
With 53 receptions, 7 touchdowns.
He might post a 2,000 yard receiving season, dude.
Well, last year he had 1,700.
That's what I'm saying. The dude's a beast, man.
That is the most unstoppable NFL player.
I'm telling you, like, dude, I started thinking about it that time we had a discussion. I said, this dude's a top 10 receiver of all time, bro.
Darren, you play defense. What would you do against Tyreek Hill?
Well, the problem is if you stop Tyreek Hill, they still got Waddle and you got that.
Well, that's why I'm asking. What would you do?
I mean, you got to run a cover 2 and you got to make sure you have somebody over the top and you got to put paws on them.
Yeah.
But he's stopping midway between the safety and the quarterback and catching the ball.
But listen, that's why you got to put paws on him. You got to jam him.
Yeah.
You got to jam him. You got to be physical with him. You can't let him get a free release. What you going to do? He's going to stop right there, and then look, he's going to fake like he's going to stop. The safety's going to come. They're going to pump it. It's going to be a slant and go, and he's going to score easily.
So let me ask you this. I want to go back to the point what y'all said about Taysom Hill. So to me, if Taysom Hill is that athletic, which we all agree he is, he should never come off the football field.
Dude, I think that's Pete Carmichael, dude. I mean, he's got to utilize him more. I mean, you know, we go to that record. How many times is it? 7 times, and what's the record? We're like,
and it's crazy. Listen,
crazy,
it's
like 15-1 or whatever it is.
I do this a lot. It's crazy the amount of respect the opposing teams, the fans, they all know Taysom Hill.
And he can block. He can put a block on you too. I mean, how many times we see that dude seal outside or something, or lay out somebody on a block? I mean, he does it all.
Did you hear the story on Taysom Hill?
Yeah, you know about talking about wide receivers who's playing out of their mind right now is A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
Five straight games at 125 yards.
I just traded for him today.
Yeah, he's insane. I tell you, I like that kid last time. I talked to hey, look, I'm gonna pat myself on the back on that Jordan Addison bullshit because I was high on him, man. I like that kid. That's one of your boys, Richie.
I think maybe Niles didn't come on today because I put a butt whipping on in fantasy this week. I tried to tell you, Pancho. I tried to tell Pancho. He didn't want to believe me. I was gonna run away with it. I keep telling you, bro.
It ain't because you got the best team. It just
most of the FC teams
what
are
you
better.
Mean? What you mean? Because I have the best team?
What's that?
Situational scoring. Fantasy
what?
Fantasy.
Ryan, you are correct. 100% correct, Ryan.
If what? If we did leave him in, what happened? Yeah, it's true. It's 100%
Wait, what he said? I can't see that shit. What he said?
If we did leave him in, then the opposing team would not know when he's getting the ball.
I think you had to. I mean, I think he's just he's underutilized, man. There's no way he's being utilized properly right now. To have his first touchdown come in the 7th game of the season, that's insane.
It is pretty. It's pretty.
I mean, he's like a cheat code inside the 10-yard line, man.
I'm glad Pancho brought that take about A.J. Brown because, look, that kid's having a hell of a year. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no, A.J. Brown's a bad dude. Back to his Ole Miss days. I mean, they were producing some receivers,
and I tell you another
man.
guy nobody's talking about, Amon St. Brown, dude. That dude's lighting it up.
I told you. Hey, look, remember, Richie, we had that conversation about Olave versus St. Brown. I think St. Brown's a beast, dude. I think he's a top 10 receiver in this league, man.
Absolutely.
What about the rookie, Puka?
Puka Nacua is killing it right now, dude. Puka's
doing good. Dude,
if you look at his fantasy numbers, Richie, it's damn surprising, man, what he's doing right now.
Well, look at your boy Addison last night, bro. Woo, coming out party.
USC, dude. I'm telling you, he's a hell of a receiver, dude. I love that kid on tape coming in this year, man.
That's why Caleb's having a bad year. He lost the best receiver.
Oh, dude, Jordan Addison, Richie. I think Jordan Addison could be the best receiver on like 15 teams in this league. I think that dude's got that kind of talent, man. I mean, he's insane, dude.
I tell you what, I know one thing. They're looking at the chops to get Jefferson back. I know I need him back. I got him on my IR right now. I wish he'd get back quick.
Look, guys, y'all go ahead and finish out. I'm about to dip out.
All right, my brother. Good seeing you, P. You take care, brother.
All right, Bear.
So listen, guys, let's dive into a little bit about, a little bit around the league, right, real quick, like I wanted to do earlier. I mean, who's your surprises, who's your not, who's your disappointments, real quick. Let's dive into it before we get out of here.
Who
you got, Darren? Who's your leading MVP? Talk about MVP. Who's your leading MVP candidate right now?
Tyreek Hill.
Good take.
It's hard to argue that, man. It's hard to argue that one.
Tyreek Hill. Your biggest surprise, bro, to be honest with you, is got to be Miami. I mean, listen, we knew that they was good. We just didn't know all the pieces were going to come together. And, I mean, besides that one blowout loss to Buffalo, I mean, golly, bro, how can you stop this offense? I mean,
yeah.
My biggest surprise is, I knew he was going to be good, and he's not. Laporta in Detroit, the tight end, man, that kid's killing it this year. For a rookie?
What about the rookie for Detroit, the defensive end? Good Lord.
Oh, yeah. they got it. They're putting together their defense has some young talent now with Hutchinson and those guys.
Aiden Hutchinson or something, huh?
And
Hutchinson, man, he's different level.
And people don't realize Dan Campbell has really put that team together very well.
Yes, sir.
Look at the ex-Saints around this league, man. Terry Fontenot in Atlanta is actually putting together a better team in Atlanta. Although we hate to say that, look at Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn in Detroit, man.
Dave, we said it. I think even Darren said it. We said it. We're sitting back watch Atlanta get better and younger as a team.
I think I called Atlanta to win the division when we was on here the first time.
You did. You sure did. You did.
Dude, if Desmond Ridder could start taking care of the football a little bit better, if he could start finding Kyle Pitts and Drake London, dude. If it's not him, if another quarterback starts locating those two guys, London and Pitts, with those running backs they got. Dude, I'm telling you, Atlanta could be a dangerous team.
I think they should put Heineke in. I'm sorry.
Bijan's hurt. Don't forget that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Something's definitely going on there.
It was an illness. It's an illness, Darren. He's starting this week. It was an illness.
Thank God I got him. But listen to me, though. Here's the deal. Kyle Pitts got to learn to get open.
Yeah. He's got too much talent to not be dominating.
I'm telling you, Kyle Pitts is a boss. I don't care what nobody says.
I don't know if I call him a boss. Richie had a hell of a rookie year. He had like 1,000 yards as a rookie. Last year, he kind of fell off. We had some injuries, and the quarterback situation was a disaster last year. But I think he's like Darren says, he's got too much damn talent, dude, to be mediocre right now. You know what I'm saying?
So getting back, I think Buffalo, we can go to Buffalo now. Buffalo is too wishy-washy with, how do you blow out the goddamn Dolphins and then you turn around? But listen to me, they did Buffalo and the Jags. They did shit a little bit wrong, man.
That London,
2 times in London. You know what I mean? Because the Jags were just sitting there. They didn't have to come home.
Right. Yeah, Buffalo, there was a lot of complaints coming out of Buffalo about that.
We all know, Darren, you know this for firsthand, traveling with a team, it kind of takes away from a team, too.
Right, and, don't forget, Trevor Lawrence is special. I helped him. I know him personally. Trevor Lawrence is a baller, man. He's been a baller since he was out the womb, man. So he's only going to get better. They got more weapons now. So I want to say Jacksonville is probably my biggest surprise of the NFL right now.
Yeah.
And I tell you, dude, they're behind Lawrence, man. Those fans, they were, we watched the post-game show after the loss. And dude, the fans, I hate to say it, they had a lot of Jacksonville fans, it looked like, in the dome. And dude, they were all about Trevor Lawrence after that game, man.
I touched on it earlier. Do y'all think Cincinnati can pull out of this division?
No.
They got to start. They need some changes to happen. That's another team too. They're not getting much of a running game. Burrow's not himself right now. They've got to play a lot better than what they're doing right now.
So you down? You don't have them making the playoffs?
It's gonna be tough, man. Listen, I think the injury that Burrow had, I think that it was more severe than what they made it out to be. Because when you get carted off the field, it's usually rough, and then they had him right back at practice. Like, why? Made no sense. stop that. And not only that, that was Joe Burrow in good faith being there. He didn't even have to be there the day he got hurt.
Yeah.
It's almost like Darren, it almost seems like because of the contract, it's like, there's these expectations now going to a higher place. I mean, they've been on the cusp of, winning it all. They've been that close, and now he signs this big contract. It's almost like they're sticking him out there, like you said, prematurely. He could have probably used a week or two off at some point.
Who's that?
Joe
What?
Mixon. Yeah,
Joe
Mixon's not.
there. He ain't doing nothing.
Yeah,
But
he ain't produced that. That's a team as well. If they got cap space for Derrick Henry, might make some sense,
Listen, it don't matter. You could have had Walter Payton have a line.
Well, yeah, their line. No, I agree. That line's been terrible since Burrow's been there, man. They have not been able to put together an offensive line over there.
It's working now.
And look, people
Yeah.
laughed at me. And Dave, you remember me saying this. I think Fatty, you too. I said this, Darren, before we got you on. I picked Houston to win that division. And I still think they're going to win that division.
I think Jacksonville gets Houston there, man. I think Jacksonville's I think Jacksonville's a more talented team. I think Lawrence, like Darren said, I think Lawrence is the truth, man.
What?
Jacksonville's in that division, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Houston ain't winning that.
Yeah, that's fair. Houston's trending up, but they're not going to beat out Jacksonville for that division. I'd put the money on Jacksonville.
I didn't like the way. I guess I'm not disagreeing with Darren. I think Trevor Lawrence is a baller, but man, they so wishy-washy, up and down. It's like, I don't know.
I think it's still a young team, though, Richie. That's still a young team for the most part that's coming together.
But where's the consistency at in the NFL with NFL teams? I mean, it's hard.
I think it's just the league. Now. I mean, it's hard, man. It's a hard look right now, week to week, man. There's a lot of surprises. I mean, if you're betting like Darren saying, man, take some long shots, take some underdogs.
If you had to put money on it right now, no odds, just straight up money on it. Who you got? It's your Super Bowl favorite right now.
It's hard to vote against Mahomes. I mean, I'll say that. I mean, and the Chiefs. I mean, they're still the reigning champs to me.
What you said, Ding?
Eagles.
You taking the Eagles?
Fly, Eagles, fly.
I think it's going to be a repeat. Yeah.
That's who I think. I mean, listen, and then they just now traded for a great-ass cornerback.
Kevin Byard, yep.
Yeah, he's a guy. He's a ball hawk, man, for sure. He can make plays.
So I think if I was to bet money on who's going to make it to the Super Bowl, I would have to go with Miami, and I would have to go with Philly.
Come on.
I can live with that. Yeah, I could go with that too.
It can happen. It can happen, Rich. I mean, it definitely could happen. I mean, Philly's
absolutely.
It seems
not.
like Philly and San Francisco.
Miami's not even on the same planet with Kansas City. Stop it. Stop.
Hey,
and you're gonna see that in 2 weeks. You're gonna see that in 2 weeks. You're gonna see that in 2 weeks because they play in London against each other. So you're gonna get first-hand view of it.
Hold on. Is it on a Sunday?
It's on a. It's a yeah.
What? No. What's the date, Fatty? What's the date? Of this?
2 weeks they play in London.
What is the date?
I don't have the date. I'm just telling you. I know they play.
It's simple. Find out what the date is. We can have a barbecue. And
Thank you.
Cooch, get your ass roasted.
Cooch just said it. Miami only beats sad teams. I'm telling you. They haven't beat a team with a winning record this year.
Sunday, November 5th.
November 5th.
Oh, yeah. I can't.
8:30 a.m.
I can't do it. I'll be duck hunting, but.
and after these London starts at 8:30, man, that's some hard shit right there, man. I mean, you waking up and you watch. I mean, football is great.
I'm not done. I get
playing the Eagles again on November 20th too.
There you go.
I get Miami. I get everybody's got the hype, but Darren, they haven't beaten nobody relevant.
But listen, here's the deal, though. Even though I would like for that to be true, look, until you knock Mahomes out,
right?
It's tough to bet against them, even though they have not been playing.
Thank you, Ryan.
They haven't been playing great, but they playing good enough to win.
I still feel like
Darren, I would argue Darren. I'm not disagreeing with Darren on that take about Kansas City because I think their defense is playing better than offense right now.
Oh, dude, Kansas City's defense, that kid Bolton, the linebacker, McDuffie in the secondary. I mean, you got Chris Jones up front. Dude, their defense is really good. I mean, I like Pacheco in the running game. Kelsey's there. Rashee Rice, to me, they need to target that kid more in the passing game. But look, I mean, that's a team that could go get one of these veteran wide receivers we're talking about. I mean, who knows? Maybe if they got cap space of Devontae Adams or DeAndre Hopkins.
Pacheco runs like somebody stole something from him, dude.
I like him, man. Even when he's getting stopped, I feel like I like this kid. I mean, like he's a guy. If he was here, dude, Saints fans would absolutely love that kid. I mean, his effort's unreal.
Adams with the Chiefs, you got to go ahead and just start polishing their rings.
Yeah, basically, that's what I'm saying. If they can get a legit number one receiver to go with Kelsey and that kid Rice, Tony's just too damn inconsistent. Same thing with Valdez-Scantling. I mean, if you give Mahomes like that kind of guy, man, I think it's game over.
Wait, who are you gonna give him? Who are you gonna give him to?
No, I'm saying one of these wide receivers. I mean, somebody who looks like a team with a losing record.
They're not going to trade Devontae. They're not going to trade Devontae in the division, dude. They're not going to do that.
Money talks, homeboy, no matter what it is.
Richie, if they offer him a first-round pick, I think they're shipping him off, man. I don't know if that'll happen, but look, DeAndre Hopkins is a guy to keep an eye on too. I mean, I know he fell off a little bit. He's not the same guy, but.
Dude, so what happens if they do wind up Devontae in Kansas City? Come on, man. Really?
What about Michael Thomas in Kansas City?
Michael Thomas, DeAndre Hopkins. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be the top 5 receiver in the league, but just an upgrade over what they have.
I think that's more of a possibility for Michael Thomas.
It would be scary, man. I
think Mike Thomas would fit perfect with Patrick Mahomes.
I think KC gives up a second. Since it's KC, I think they'll give up a second-round pick for Michael Thomas.
Hey, I mean, look at another team. I mean, look, did Mike Evans? He never got a new contract in Tampa. I mean, what if Tampa falls off another week and starts going the wrong way? Mike Evans is a free agent to be, I believe, at the end of this year.
That's another guy to be rumored in trade rumors too.
I mean, Mike's over 30. He's got a new contract that's coming up.
Now, listen, he could very well end up in Kansas City.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if you Kansas City, man, Mike Evans with Kelsey, man, come on.
Shoot, that'd be crazy. Well, listen, fellas, look.
Stopping Kelsey yet, though. That just don't.
What's up, Fatty? Go ahead.
Right.
Real quick, everybody listening. I just wanted to make an announcement real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, but share that.
Yeah, this Saturday will be our Halloween show live on YouTube. Let me bring it up.
The Bayou Geeks, baby.
We're gonna be in costume. We're gonna bring people on. We're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna put, if anyone's on here, go to our YouTube page. I'm gonna put the link in the comments.
Make sure to share that on the page too.
And I'll share it on Down South Sports Fanatics page.
Yeah.
And everything comes Saturday when it starts. Like I said, I'm gonna put my YouTube's homepage address in there. So go there.
Yeah, y'all make sure to go like it. Watch the show. Watch the show.
What y'all gonna get into, Fatty? You gonna talk some classic horror movies, some good series, or what?
We're gonna talk classic horror movies, but we're not gonna talk your typical horror movies, like the ones everybody always go to. It's gonna be like the oddball ones, more like the ones people don't really talk about, more like your favorite ones.
I tell you, man, you get a shot. Netflix, man. We just finished a series over the weekend. Great series, man. Horror series. The Fall of the Usher House, man.
I'm gonna have y'all eventually come on it because I had to think of something where I could kind of bring in both shows and think of something. And I was thinking something like best sports video games of all time or something like that.
Let's do it, man.
That works for me.
Maybe in December, like Christmas time, we'll do. I'll set something up, get y'all all, because I know I'm gonna have to try to schedule, give y'all a date in advance. A lot of y'all.
Well, listen, we still got a Fatty.
And Darren's more than welcome to come on if he wants to come on for that too.
Well, listen, make sure we still got to put together. We said we're going to do a show on old wrestling, old Mid-South.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, we got buck naked with that a couple weeks ago, man. We were getting wild up in here, man, with that shit. And we had everybody comment, man. You think we like stopped the world, man? It was like a presidential address or something.
Speaking of, did y'all see the trailer for the Iron Claw?
Oh my god, dude, that looks freaking amazing.
I am going to see that,
dude. Hey, look, Fatty, I'm glad you said that because I posted that night. I'm like, these motherfuckers won't respond to this post, and this is like the baddest shit I've seen in forever, dude. That movie is something. I don't go to the movies too often because it's like $30 a ticket. It's ridiculous. Dude, that is a movie I will go pay to see.
Yeah, I grew up.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm gonna
check the Iron Claw trailer, dude. The cast is badass too. The kid that's the bear, man. I don't know if y'all watched The Bear on FX. He was in Shameless. That dude, I think, is Kerry Von Erich, and I think Zac Efron's one of them as well.
Kevin. Yeah, Zac Efron's playing Kevin.
Dude,
all right,
guys,
listen. I know Darren ain't on stage. We're about to sign off, D. So listen, thanks. I want to thank Darren for joining us tonight. We're gonna bring him on throughout the season.
Well, hold on. Let's wait for him to come back. At least
we're gonna wait for him to come back, or we're gonna talk. What we're gonna do here?
But yeah, we're gonna actually do an episode on the Iron Claw because we're all gonna go see it and we're gonna talk about.
Hey, when's it? It's coming out around Christmas, huh?
The November 22nd. No, December 22nd. I think.
Oh, dude,
that
is, dude. I haven't been that excited about a trailer for a movie in a really long time, man. That's I mean, it's a crazy story. It's a sad story, but I mean, like you said, we all wrestling fans. We know about the Von Erichs, and I mean, I think it's gonna grab a lot of people who don't know much about that family and just reel them in, you know.
All right, well, listen, look. Before I do it, I forgot we gotta do the picks. Forgot Darren. Let's do the picks right quick, bro. All right, I'm gonna dive into it. We'll go through them quick. We ain't gotta go to talking about it. We'll just pick them up. All right, y'all. Y'all ready for it? We good?
Do it.
Hold on, let me see something right quick. We got the Saints at
Saints and Colts. I'm gonna take the Saints. I'm gonna say that. If we don't win this game, I think fans are gonna be jumping off bridges downtown.
We got the Buccaneers at the Buffalo Bills.
Bills bounce back.
Bills are going Bills. All right. We got the Jets at the Giants.
Jets.
Giants.
Damn. God, that's a hard one, man. I'm gonna go Jets though. That's hard.
I think they have the momentum.
I'm going Giants. I'm going Giants. Jaguars at Steelers. Woo!
That's a good one. Jaguars, I think, keep it going, man.
Nah, Steelers are gonna smoke them boys at home.
Woo!
Smoke them.
Well, they're gonna have to contend with the best defensive play in the league.
Smoking them considers what? 10 points? I'll take the Jags plus 10.
Yeah.
Do we have a bet?
Hey, what is the spread?
Right.
We need to get these spreads too, Richie, when you do this. I'd love to have the spreads.
I know. Eagles at Commanders.
Oh,
Eagles.
Eagles good.
Listen, the Eagles win easily, but golly, that's a rival game. Don't be surprised if it's close.
I know.
Yeah.
Rams at Cowboys.
Ooh, man. Rams at Cowboys. Man, I tell you, damn, Rams are kind of banged up in the backfield right now. Cowboys should pull. They're coming off a bye week. They should be well rested at home.
Cowboys plus 5.
There you go.
I'm gonna go Cowboys too. Vikings at Packers.
Oh,
Vikings.
Yeah, Packers got to get some offense going. I'm gonna say Vikings, man.
I'm gonna say Vikings too.
They can't stop the pass. Derek Cole carved them up in the first half.
Yeah. Falcons at Tennessee. Uh-oh.
Ooh, man, that's a weird one. That's a tough one.
Hey,
I'm gonna go Falcons.
I hate to say I want to lean towards the Falcons. Who's Tennessee starting at quarterback? Who's getting the start?
The Titans are trading away all their players.
Who's Tennessee starting at quarterback? Is it Willis or Levis or what?
I don't know, but I think
I'll go with Falcons.
Can we just skip that one? It's against my religion to pick that.
All right, that's fine. We're going Patriots and Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Hey, Patriots just won, bro.
I think Buffalo had a hiccup, man. I think Buffalo had to fix some shit. They'll bounce back. I think reality will set back in for the Patriots.
They playing at Buffalo? They playing at Miami?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Miami plus double digits.
Yeah, that's a blowout.
All right. Texans at Panthers.
Texans.
I
think the Panthers are terrible, man.
Browns at Seattle.
Ooh, that's a good game, man. Oh. I think a lot depends on if DK comes back, man, for me.
I'm going to go Browns. I'm going to go with the Browns.
If DK Metcalf's not healthy, I take the Browns. I think it all depends for me on DK.
I'm going to go Browns. I'm going to go Browns on that one.
Who's starting at quarterback at Browns? Is Deshaun going to start?
No, he's out.
All right, yeah, Browns.
I'm going Seahawks because I know how hard I've been there before. I know how hard it is to play in that place.
It's a hard place. It's all about DK for me. If DK plays, I take Seattle. If he doesn't play, I take Cleveland.
All right, next up, holy moly, Bengals at 49ers.
Man, that's a tough one.
49ers, man.
Good luck. I do not listen to me. I think, Darren, I think we can all agree. I do not see the 49ers losing 3 games in a row.
That's the hard part.
They playing Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, that ain't nothing. Hey, is McCaffrey gonna play though?
Yes, 100%. He's not hurt. He's on the injury report.
Yeah, he played last night.
Tore it up.
He didn't really tear it up. What he had?
He had 2 touchdowns. He had a 40-yard touchdown.
What
he had a 40-yard touchdown reception.
Yeah, but what he had 60 yards on the ground, 45.
Aaron, he killed it in fantasy for me. I don't know what.
Yeah, you might be playing PPR or something like that. But listen, the whole point is, listen to me, they're not going to lose to Joe Burrow and them, though. You're right. San Fran wins.
Who you got, Dave?
Where's this game at?
It's in San Francisco.
I think San Francisco at home. I think home field makes a difference in this game.
You Fatty?
Oh, San Francisco, man.
All right. Kansas City at Denver.
Kansas City.
Did we really ask that? That's going to be a Denver.
I'm going to go with Denver just for a wild card pick. Why not?
What's the spread?
Darren, it might be like what you said about Washington and Philly. Maybe closer than what we anticipate, but I still see the Chiefs winning.
Hey, but listen, are you going to give up 8 points? Because that's the spread.
No, I think they win by 10. I think they win by 10.
Spread right now. I got the spreads in front of me now.
I think Denver hangs in there for a little while, but I think Mahomes just pulls away in the fourth.
I'm not a betting person, so those are just imaginary points. So, yeah, I'll still stay with Denver.
The Bengals and 49ers is only 5.5. I'm taking the 49ers minus 5.5 all day.
Hey, I want to get more into this betting thing, y'all. I think we need to, like, advance into that going forward.
Yeah,
man.
we do. We definitely do.
This betting is hot, dude. Everybody, we can do this shit legally now.
Ravens at Cardinals.
Ravens.
What's the spread on that, D?
8.5.
Ooh, that's one I'd almost consider.
I'm gonna give them 8 up.
Yeah, I was about to say I could almost consider that too. I think the Ravens are just hot right now.
Bears,
man. They got it cooking.
Bears at Chargers.
The way Chargers have been playing, I mean, that's a tough one. Shit.
If they lose this game, the Chargers head coach is getting fired.
Yeah, that's a good. I agree, Rich. I think it could be possible.
I'm gonna go with a tie.
Go with a tie, Patty.
Time to go with a tie. Raiders at Lions.
Lions bounce back.
Bears are 8.5-point underdogs.
I take those points, man.
Well, so we got which Raiders at Lions, D?
Lions, man.
Yeah, man, that's got to be like a 7.
I think the Lions win that. They bounce back, man. If they don't, Dan Campbell's going to beat everybody's ass on that team. So, I don't want to piss that guy off. After that last egg they dropped.
So Darren, I'm curious since you got the spread up. What is the Rams spread at Cowboys?
Hold on, Raiders and Lions. Detroit's -8.
Really?
Yeah.
Whew.
It's a lot of points.
Yeah.
What was the one you wanted to know about, Richie Rich?
The Rams at the Cowboys.
It's got to be like a -4 or what? Something.
-6.5.
Wow. I'll take them 6. Yep. And listen, I want one more. I'm just curious, just for the shits and giggles. What is the spread for the Saints game?
Who are they playing?
We got to be -6 or something.
Indianapolis.
I'm gonna say -6.
Hey, you ready for this? Saints, Colts. Indianapolis is -1.
Whoa! Oh shit! That's a little bit of a. Hey, look, that's bulletin board material to me. If I'm Dennis Allen, man.
Oh man!
Fuck it! I'm taking Indy.
Patriots and Dolphins. Hey, Patriots and Dolphins. I said I'll give them 10. Miami's -9.5.
Right there.
So, Fatty,
look.
Fatty, you said you taking Indy?
Yeah, I got Jonathan Taylor starting.
Hey, Jets Giants -3. The Jets are -3.
Hey, I want to say this about this Colts game, man, real quick. I know we're gonna do anything Sunday morning or what? Because I think we need to do a good analysis for that.
Yeah,
okay.
we're gonna definitely say that.
All right. Hey, what about another prediction, man? Hey, what about our boys tomorrow night, man? The Birds, man. How they do it in Memphis tomorrow? What y'all think, Pels and Grizz?
I think they pull it off.
Oh, shit.
I think John Morant's suspended and Steven Adams out for the year, man. That's a big blow for Memphis, in my opinion. He's one of those enforcers in the paint, man. I think the Pels come out and make a statement early.
Are we starting everybody? Everybody's playing?
Trey Murphy's out.
We got to start.
Trey Murphy had meniscus surgery.
What about the rookie player, the guy they drafted?
Jordan Hawkins, yeah, he'll be there.
He'll be there, but he ain't starting.
No.
Yeah, I imagine so.
But I hope the Pels make a statement, man. I think they'll get off to a good start.
I'll be there. Like I said, I'll be there Monday.
Check this out. That's a pick'em game, fellas. It's even.
Who's that, Pels? Oh, you talking about football or
that's
pick'em.
And they on the road. You get points just for being a home team. So that tells you something.
Well, you got to remember. I mean, you got a lot of stuff going. I think the Pels win by about 5.
Yeah.
Hey, so look, before I get off
What
of
up,
here,
Louis Luna?
hey, I'm about to go shoot some pool.
All right, bro.
This week, John Curtis should be tying the national record for the most wins by a high school football coach.
That's awesome.
And give a shout out to Richie Rich's team. Shaw has been killing it, bro. Shaw is doing very good. I'm impressed with what they're doing right now. Shout out to Chalmette. Chalmette's also. They lost one game, the Holy Cross. We probably could have played a lot better against Holy Cross. But but we should win the rest of the season. We should be 9-1.
We still got to get together. We said, Fatty, we're gonna do a show with you, Darren, on high school because we like that.
I just wanted to give a couple of shout outs while I was, doing it. Shout out to Holy Cross. They lost 2 in a row, but listen, Holy Cross is looking really good, man. So
thank you, man. Look,
I'm going to the game Friday. We're gonna be going to Hooters, and then we're gonna go watch the game, the Shrine at Airline.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. Well, look, Darren, thank you for joining. Look, thank you for joining us, man. We're gonna bring you a lot more on this season. You know that. If you want to join me and Dave Sunday morning, you're more than welcome to do so. I'm
in Sunday morning for sure. Good luck tomorrow to my Pelicans, and listen, send me that link, Fatty. I'll go ahead and share it or whatever.
All right, but thank y'all, man.
Right, thank you.
Who that?
All right, so we all
Who that?
We're still live, y'all.
Oh shit! All
right, it's over. I'll end it. All right, now you tell the fans good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys. Good night, fellas.